Now, we talked earlier about how you don't mix pattern, how you can mix pretty much any pattern together. You wouldn't want to mix these two together. Okay, even though they're both fall, they have no real color combination. So you can kind of see this would not make a good bow. Okay. This is a simple everyday bow. So the 321 is the pretty much simple everyday bow that I generally make. This is the one that sells the best. So the bows that we sell the most of are the tree topper bows and the 321 bows. 321 means 3 loops, 2 loops, 1 loop. Okay? So, if you're going to do a simple bow, okay, start out with a 12-inch tail. Okay. I do 6 inches. I'm twisting it on the side where I'm going to make the loop. So see how we get the ugly side up, or the non-pattern side. We go across, then we twist again. See, there's where the twist is. We'll go across, twist again. See, there's where our twist is. Okay, across. You know what's so funny? I have made bows like in the opposite direction of my body for so long that when I make them in the right direction, I feel weird. Because I'm always doing it to the camera. Isn't that weird? All right, now, 2 options. You can do it and only have 2 tails, or you can do this and have 3 tails. Yes, I can do a bow with 4-inch ribbon, absolutely. We're going to try one with 3 tails. Okay. Alright, so then I would just come back. When I'm doing simple bows, I generally stick with 1 color. Okay. So please, y'all, list all of the different types of things that you're struggling with and that you want to see so that we can make sure that we cover it tomorrow and Sunday if need be. Okay? Sometimes I'll go ahead and pull these out. You don't have to. It's just a choice. Okay, I'm going to do each one the same size. So now I'm going to do 2 loops. Okay, still at 6 inches. Okay, again. Again. So we've made 2 loops. So we pull it out, trim it off. Dovetail. That dovetail, it just gives your bow a nice finished look. It's not a requirement. There's different ways you can do it. You can cut it at an angle. You can actually fold it like this. That's not my favorite, but you know what? Everybody likes something different. I don't dislike it. It's just not my favorite. Okay, and then we're going to do 1 loop. This is my 321 simple bow. And this is what sells over and over and over and over and over again when I do my shows, or when I go to a farmer's market or anything like that. Oh, yay! You brought pretty stuff. Ooh, look at that. Okay. See, and y'all will see, I already did a video. I haven't finished editing it yet, but this is what I did an edit video on. Bleh. These are traditional Christmas tree bows, or traditional Christmas bows, I should say, in different fabrics, but this is the 321 as well. That is the one, that one right there, and This one is the one that I sell hundreds of. I kid you not.
That would be the one at the last show we all got tired of making.
I know. That was terrible. Y'all, we had this one lady come up and she said, "Can you make 50 bows?" I almost fell out of my chair.
And she wanted that heavy.
Yeah, and they were all the red velvet. And then somebody came up and got 30, and then someone 12, and then someone 15, and it was just like that all day long. I do. I only use one ribbon. Now, you can use multiple ribbons, which we'll do next. There's our indention. See it right there. This is why I like the bow maker. 1, it saved my hands. 2, it makes it foolproof to make sure that you keep your ribbons where you want them to be. So flip it around, make sure it stays in there. I'm gonna have to go find new pipe cleaners. I'm starting to run out of certain colors. There we go. This is also an easy bow to fluff out. Okay, so right under there, tighten it. Okay. Now, remember, one side, then the other. You can pull your tails. Go ahead and get them cascading. Is this view helping y'all so you can see a little better? Okay, now I'm gonna pull them apart just like we always do. That way I can get my distinct 3 loops, 2 loops, 1 loop. Okay, then I'm gonna fluff. So twist back and forth to get those little pieces that are stuck out. Twist back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Okay. Again, twist. See, and then I can just reach down there and get that little piece out. If you try to do it before you fluff it, it's very hard and it comes right back. Awesome. I spent time trying to figure out the best view, so. And then I made, this is the one I made Casey go look at. Is this the best view? She's like, yeah. Yay. Okay. So there we go. There's 3, 2, 1 on that side. Now we're going to do 3, 2, 1 on this side. So pull them apart. Because they want to stick together. They do. Because that's the way we put them in, right? So we put them in all together so they want to stay together. But you got to tell them, no, you can't stay there. I need you to go over here. It's like hurting children with these ribbons. So you see how when I twist, okay, I reach down in here and I pull out those little pieces that got stuck. That's how the fluffing works. Like that. See how pretty that is? That is a simple everyday bow. It's nice, it's big, it's inexpensive, right? So you're going to use less than 10 yards of ribbon on this. So this bow may cost you, even if it's some expensive ribbon, it's not going to cost you that much. So like these, right? I get these in 50-yard rolls. So one of these bows might cost me like $4. It takes me about 5 minutes to make it, sometimes less, sometimes more, and I charge $15. So it's very easy to make this bow. This one just has the 2 tails. It's very easy to make this bow and just turn it over and over and over and over. Okay, so let's do it with multiple ribbons. This is so pretty, isn't that pretty? So we're gonna do a 3, 2, 1 with 3 different ones. Okay. So like 12-inch tail. There we go. If you see wrinkles in these, in the denim ribbon, all you have to do is run your hand under it and it'll pull them out. Somebody told me once that they were ironing. Don't iron it. All you have to do is pull it like this, and then the wrinkle comes right out. That's why these are nice ribbons. So they're cotton, they're denim. Sometimes you'll see them called canvas. Sometimes they're called royal burlap. What you want to stay away from is the cross burlap. Terrible stuff. Okay. So again, same thing. All right. Just going to do 3. Twist each time we start a new loop. Okay. There. Okay. Now we're going to put this one back in. And then we're going to put this one on top. Oh, that's so pretty. This would work too. So you see how it has all 3 of these colors? You see that? So turquoise and teal are in the same color family. So it's fine to put them together because they are in the same color family. If you don't have one, it's a good idea to have a color chart. Oh, where's mine? I don't know where my color chart is. Oh, here it is. So this is my color wheel. All right, so you can see, you know, here, right? So aqua, which is pretty much teal, runs in through the blues. Okay, so it's gonna work well with the blues, especially the adjacent ones. So the ones that are right next to it, okay? So it would also work with the ones right next to that. It works really well with what's directly across from it. So that's why turquoise and red look so good together, right? Because orange, and then orange, red, and red are kind of all across from turquoise. Now I have this big one. Y'all, I've never even taken it out of the package. I don't hardly ever use it, but I like to use it for demonstration purposes. Okay. All right, so we're just gonna do 2 loops with this one. There. There. Now we're going to put the little teal on top. Did y'all see the signs I made? Did you vote on the sign for the trees? I was going to do green and gold. I just thought that would be pretty together. And we have this really pretty gold in. And I have been dying to use it. It's just killing me. So, all right, I'm gonna save some of this for tomorrow. Okay. You can get a color wheel at Amazon, right on Amazon. And you can get small ones. Okay, so pull it out. And they really help you. So the way you use the color wheel, just so you can kind of get familiar with it, these are adjacent colors. So these are complementary colors. All the colors that are next to each other, like the 2 over, those are complementary in either direction. Those work really well. Opposites work really well as well. But you can see you can go over pretty far. So yellow and green look good together because yellow and green are complementary. Even if it starts to go into these darker colors, it's still going to be complementary. So this just kind of helps you see what colors work really well together and what shades of colors you can kind of work together with without it being difficult. Christmas bows are my top seller, yes ma'am. And I tell you, the other thing you can really sell a lot of is wedding bows and hair bows, which I did videos on both of those so that you'll be able to learn how to make those. Very, very, very popular. And the thing about wedding bows and hair bows is there is no set season. So unlike Christmas, fall, summer, whatever, those things go on all year round. That's why they're great sellers. Okay, pull it tight. Now we're gonna pull them out. That. Okay, pull them out. There we go. Okay, so then fluff, so twist, and then pull. So when I say twist and pull, I'm meaning this. Pull these little pieces out that get stuck. Twist, pull. Twist, pull. Like that. Twist, pull. And when I'm fluffing, a lot of times I'm going fast, so you're probably not seeing that. But you see right there, see how it's stuck in there? So when I twist it like this, then I can get my hand down in there and quickly pull that out. That's what the twist and pull means. So now when you hear me saying twist and pull, you know what that means. Twist. What I'm doing is twisting to break it loose and then pulling out wherever it is stuck, because that's preventing it from fluffing out very nicely. I think I could probably do this part in my sleep. I think I could probably do the whole part in my sleep, especially after one of those shows. Whew. It's a lot of fun, but it is a lot of work. Okay, and then we can just cascade our ribbon here. And I don't always twist up the smaller one. Sometimes I just leave it with the cascade. If I'm going to do that, generally what I do is angle it like this. There. See? There we go. Yeah, Amazon has, and they have little ones and big ones. So the little ones work just as well as the big ones. They're just smaller. Okay, so the video is going to stay in here, and it's also going to go to Kajabi.